This place is serious country right here. And it does not lie. There's nothing contrived about this place. 28 acres, ultimate privacy, a beautiful alder-lined driveway, views out the coastal range. To the east, Mount Saint Helens views, a 5,000 square foot house, a 90-foot round pen, a 4-stall horse barn. I have the reputation to buy and sell some of the most beautiful and unique properties on the planet. Today's no different. Let's go on the tour. All right, guys, let's walk up to check out the barn. Fence line pastures. It is really special. Whew, I'm huffing and puffing. Gotta get back into shape. Used to play hockey as a kid. Look at this place. It's just glowing. 90-foot custom round pen built from the trees off of this property. Is this not completely amazing? Look at this. Whew. All right. Pro footing. Look at the size of this 90-foot round pen. Wow. And the barn. Power, water, substantially built, concrete floors, 4 stalls, room for 300 bales of hay, tons of storage. This is a working barn. You know how to know if you got real horse people or fake horse people? That's how you know. See how that's a little messed up? That's real horse people. When you go into these pristine barns that you could eat off the floor, you're like, yeah, I don't know. Not for me. I like people that horse around. I like people that use their horses. I like people that use their properties. I like people that drive it like it's stolen. Turnouts for each stall, as you guys can see, with mats. All right, guys, as you know, every equestrian property needs a barn, needs stalls, but it also needs storage. Storage for things like tractors and post hole diggers and brush hogs and all the things that have to be kept undercover. We've done tons of videos on country living, and I can't say it enough. You need good, sturdy, substantial outbuildings. Ah, the woodshed. 4-wheelers, wheelbarrows, ladders. A classic Kubota, pre-def. I love it. When you are managing 28 acres of trails and pastures, you need diesel fuel and hydraulics. Guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. What I love is all the natural textures on this house. Stone, wood, glass, beautiful fenced, wide open pastures looking towards the Columbia River. Look at those clouds during the sunset. You have horses in the pastures. And one thing that I never noticed on this property until recently was this surprise view of Mount Saint Helens through there. Isn't that magical? This is the front door, but just look at details like this. This house was built upon from an original log home. They've kept so many of these original features. Isn't that great? It spans under 5,000 square feet. It is 4 beds, 4.5 baths, and it's cool. All right, so this is the front doorway. And guys, this house is configured for their family. So in this case, they use this as a dining room, but there are other parts of the house that would work better for a dining room. I would actually use this room as my home office. I'll just kind of show you what I mean here. So you can see Beautiful flooring. Look at the straight grained old growth Doug fir. The whole house is like that. And it's kind of this really neat mixture of log cabin, lodge, really kind of big timbers and big finishes. Isn't this beautiful? And see, this is where, you know, you could easily have a dining room. It just depends on how you want to configure things. This house also has 2 prep areas. This is kind of a entertaining area, double prep space, kind of an entertainer's area with a wet bar, wine fridge. Look at these beautiful countertops. Aren't these incredible? Custom cherry cabinets. Stainless steel appliances. It's a very functional home. It's really interesting the way they've laid it out. This is kind of an open hallway up here, which accesses the multiple bedrooms. And I'll show you guys the large primary suite on the main floor in a second. Going through here, this is a really neat room. This is off of the kitchen. This is the entertainment room. But again, it's a large space. I mean, just being in this is really cool. These are even cooler. So if you want to make this a workout room, yoga room, or entertainment room, if you open these big barn doors, and I'll show you guys on the other side this, it looks out to the northeast and it's just a magical view. You have your shop, your barns up the road, and then of course Mount Saint Helens. And this beautiful maple tree that's several hundred years old. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? This place is so well built. Look at this beam. This place has tons of storage. Just storage galore. This is kind of a pantry space. There's more of a utility room over behind this door. But just look at the view from in here. Isn't this stunning? You have this wine rack. Sorry, dude. What would you call this? A sitting room? This is where I'd put my dining room. Where do you put the dining room in this house?
Yeah, I put the dining room here.
Yeah, I don't know where else to put it.
Yeah.
So right now they have this laid out as just kind of a loungy sitting room. They got this big lion witch in the wardrobe armoire. This is where I'd probably actually put the dining room table. Then you have this limestone wood stove. These are killer. That'll chase you out of here, I guarantee it. All right, let's go check out the primary on main. Oh, little powder room off the front door as well. But this is the primary off the main. Look at the size of this room. This is truly what I would call the living room. It's huge. So you take a left, you're in the kitchen, sitting area. To the right, you're in this living room. It's massive. I don't know the size of this, but I will tell you, I'm willing to bet that this vaulted ceiling is spanning, oh, I don't know, 25 feet, give or take. This is your view. Look at this. Is this not amazing? That's your view. It's skyfall up here. Total privacy, 28 magical acres of privacy. Just from the far corner. Propane fireplace in here makes things convenient. Look at the woodwork. That tree, 1,000-year-old tree. Look at the graining. How tight the graining is. That's a year. That's a year. Isn't that amazing? Cool stuff. Old growth. And then you have the primary on main. Again, these looks like 20-foot ceilings. Maybe they're a little taller. Look at the size of this room. So a huge primary suite. And then a bathroom. Massive walk-in shower. Powder room, powder area. Massive shower. Huge shower. Soaking tub. And look at the views from your tub. Are these not impressive? No blinds needed on this house because no one can see you. You're in complete privacy. Great storage options, kind of a Jack and Jill sink, and then a large walk-in closet. So, huge closet, tons of storage. Your primary kind of suite or living space it's huge. I mean, this is just such a large room. You know, you could live on this wing of the house if you had to. Bamboo floors in here. Large place to hang out, gather, play some piano, and just enjoy life. Okay, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Oh boy. Okay, I did it. I had to. Oh man, it's hot. Today's a hot day, guys. We're pushing almost 90 degrees in Clark County, which is pretty rare for all you Californian buyers. You guys would be used to it, but for us locals, it's hot and warm, and I've been trekking all 28 acres of this place today, so I'm feeling it. So forgive the sweat and the heat stroke and the sunburn and everything else you guys are getting to see. But you're seeing it raw, you're seeing it unedited, you're seeing it the way it is. So this is the life of a country broker. All right, real hardwood floors, tongue and groove. Looks like 2 3/4 inch white oak. Yep, look at that. So this is upstairs. This looks down on your kitchen and looks down kind of on your sitting area / dining room area, just depending on how you want to lay it out. You have this beautiful tongue and groove cedar ceilings. Let's check out the second primary. So this is the primary on the second floor. So you got these white oak hardwood floors. You got another vaulted ceiling. You have this beautiful round window. And this is, you have this beautiful round window. Is this not impressive? It's just gorgeous in here. I'm gonna get you guys one more shot of this. All right, you're good, dude. This is my photographer. This is Sage. Say hi, Sage. Hello. This guy's a killer. All those drone shots and all those moving shots, yeah, that's not me. That's him. Hammered copper sinks, double vanity. Look at this shower. Oh, wow. Oh, that is light on. It is light on. Okay, a little dark in here. It's kind of spa. This is a steam shower. This is an absolute spa experience. You can sit there. It is really impressive. So this is the bathroom off of the second primary. I can't get enough of this window. You just don't see this. Skylight, tons of natural light. There's not a lot of lights on right now. And then this kind of takes you back to the rest of the bedrooms. It's a really neat layout how they've done this. All right, bedroom numero uno. And they're moving. They're moving. There's stuff. There's always stuff in America. Always stuff in America. All right, let's look at that gorgeous view again. This is from your bedroom. Straight out of a fairy tale, I must say. I love the sky right now. It's been clear and blue. Look at how high the ceilings are. Another skylight. Another heading into the bathroom. 4.5 bathrooms in this home. Double vanity, glass shower, soaking tub. And again, as you're sitting in your tub, this is what you're looking out at. Pretty cool stuff, I must say. Really high ceilings. They gotta be 16 footers there. All cedar TNG. Another bedroom. Great size bedrooms. And I just love how open they are, how high the ceilings are, and the way it's designed, it lets in tons of natural light. You'll kind of see that when you look at the outside of the home. But you see these lights, kind of window lights up here, just how this is designed. It's pretty cool. Watch your horses in pasture. That to me is just a really cool shot. Gotta love it. It's almost out of a movie, this place. Okay. On to the next one. Here we go. That's the upstairs. Quick and clean. There's another exit. I just love stuff like this, guys. Look at this. Yep. When you enter out kind of what I would call the back door, you have this amazing natural stone retaining wall. Look at the size of this. And then, of course, no legacy property is complete without the orchard. Isn't that beautiful? All this beautiful board and batten siding that then blends in to the log siding. That's just gorgeous. You know, guys, just to scale this property, to give you guys some scale, these are really big pieces of furniture in here. It is a very large space. Tons of room for lounging and hanging out. It's one of the few equestrian properties that truly kind of emulate the lifestyle. We just don't see this very often in this part of Washington state. So this just goes to show how truly special this property is. Here we go, here we go. Oh, out your front door. This is what you wake up to every morning. Oh man, that's impressive. Guys, out of the, you know, $30 or $40 million of real estate I sold last year, I gotta say, this view wins. Let's go look at it, guys. First of all, look at the patio space on this house. It sits up off your horse pastures. There's your horses there. Let's just pan this and take a look. Oh boy. This is in North Clark County, guys. This is 15 minutes to Battleground, 30 minutes to PDX. You have access to trails, the Clark County Equestrian Center. This is where people come to vacation. And it's a life you can live. You know, when I think about the buyers for this, let me just show you guys my ugly mug here. When I think about the buyers for this, I think about land stewardship. I think about building legacy, and I think about the life that this property could give you. Open pastures, an orchard, a beautiful barn, a shop, wedding venue, winery, flower farm, Airbnb. It does have awesome income potential, so always keep that in mind when you're thinking about how to pay the mortgage. You have this great parking pad. It's a wraparound driveway. Total privacy. There's no other homes close by. Everything we're looking at, you own. That beautiful water feature. It's a gorgeous waterfall. Give me one sec, Thomas. All right, we're going in the shop. I got photographers everywhere today, guys. Oh, and what do we got here? Another wood stove. And it'll absolutely chase you out of here. But great shop. Chris, put up the square footage for me, buddy. Okay, please get the square footage for this. Polished concrete floors, 3-bay roll-up doors, extra deep, fully finished, LED lighting, 220 power. It is awesome. All right, guys, real quick, I wanted to remind you that, as you know, I sell really unique properties all over Washington state. If you're thinking about buying or selling, or you know of a friend or family member that's thinking about buying or selling, this is my personal cell phone, 360-612-2079. Also, share my channel with friends and family, please, and comment on this. What do you think of the shop? What do you think of the view? What do you think of the barn? What do you think of the lodge? It's pretty cool, but I want to hear your honest opinions. Ask questions, I'll answer them, and I cannot wait to go on the next adventure with you guys.